What's up, noobs? One of the best ways to learn how to put together deals is to find out how other people did it. So Nelson Koen has come back to share some of his experience. If you may recall, Nelson is an adjunct professor at Stanford, and we did a video together earlier this year. But when he's not teaching, he practices what he preaches because his main job is an investor, developer, and a licensed contractor. Nelson is going to answer 3 questions. What was his first deal? What was his best deal? And what is his best advice for noobs? So Nelson, thanks again for coming on this channel. And first question, how did you pull off your first deal and how did it do?
Thanks for having me back, Derek. So my first deal was in 2010. I put together a real estate fund with money from friends and family with the help of a mentor. So we were buying distressed properties in the Bay Area. And our first deal was in February of 2010. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in East San Jose. Was built in 1987, so it was recent. So that's one of the things that we like about that deal. There was not much risk for being a very old property, so it was not old at all. We paid $230,000 for it. We have to wait about a month after doing cash for keys with the prior owner because it was foreclosed. We put about $20,000 in renovation, and we spent about $20,000 in closing costs, including real estate commissions. We sold it for $305,000, so we made about $30,000, which is about 12% return on cost, which wasn't bad for being the first deal.
And what was the hold period?
4 months.
Wow, so that is over a 30% IRR.
Yeah.
All right, next question. What was your best deal?
So the best deal I was involved was led by my uncle when I was working for him, but it's a really interesting deal. It was way back in 1990. There was this large piece of property owned by a wealthy family in Venezuela. They developed the first phase of the project, which was 2 buildings, 30-story height, 10 units, 10 condos per floor. So it was 600 condominiums in total. And they built the whole project together, got finance for all that. It took them a long time to sell it, very challenging times at some point of the project. So they lost money. So they really want to get rid of the second phase. They contacted a broker that we knew. He came to us and offered the property, and we thought immediately it was a great deal, so immediately grabbed it. We changed the design of the project because they had 2 more towers of 30 stories in the second phase. We built 6 towers, 23 stories, 4 units per floor, so it was around 100 units per building, and we phased it. We build 1 building at a time. So it required less financing, less capital, much less risk. It took us longer, about 8 years from start to finish of the project, but it was really profitable. We distributed some of the profits as we move along the project on each building, but we kept some of the profits to help with the financing. Even that the last building that we built, the 6th one, we built entirely with profit from the prior building, so we didn't even require financing from a lender. And the return we gave to the investor was 5x. So whatever we paid and invested at the beginning, they got 5x return in 8 years.
Wow, 5x. For you noobs out there, over 8 years, that is over 20% IRR. So that is incredible. All right, third question. What is the single best piece of advice that you want to give to real estate noobs out there?
So if you want to start investing in real estate or looking for your first deal, I really recommend that you focus on a geographic area and a specific product and do all your research on that. Focus on that, what type of deals are going in that area, on that type of product, what your competitors are doing, how they are doing, what type of profitability they are getting, returns, how everything is going in that area, so you get an expert and get ready to start investing for yourself.
Awesome advice, Nelson, and always a pleasure to have you on the channel. Thanks again for coming.
Thanks, Derek. See you soon.
Stay curious, noobs.